So welcome to our KettleFit Fundamentals program. We appreciate the investment you've taken in yourself and KettleFit to learn what we call the basic fundamental principles of kettlebell training. We believe that once you learn the fundamental principles of kettlebells, the basic stuff, it never changes, so it always stays nice and simple, and the simple ends up making the complex. So this is just a video to show you how to actually officially use our program. So what we're looking at getting you started on is just a bit of a format for the 28 days. Obviously, we're looking at the days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then we've got week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4 over here. So the starting point we recommend is to do our fundamentals session number 1. So you're getting through that session 1, then we're looking at having just a traditional sort of 48 hours break. So we're looking at getting started with not doing too much of the loading, but giving you a rest day in between each of the sessions, just to make sure that you're recovering properly. So then we're looking at fundamental session number 2 here on the Wednesday of week number 1. And then we're looking at fundamentals session number 3 on the Friday of week 1. And also what we're adding is a cardio and mobility session, and the expectation is to do one of those each week. Doesn't necessarily have to be on a Saturday. We're just positioning it there as it flows in with the 2-day breaks, single day breaks, and then comes into either a Saturday or potentially Sunday, or you can even put it into one of these days as you move forward. But early on, really try and appreciate just that, giving that body that 24 to 48 hour break. Then we're coming down to week 2. So week 2 is when we're saying to start our bonus fundamental sessions. So we're looking at our circuit, which is session number 1. So we're looking at doing the circuit on the Monday. Then we're looking at bonus session number 2, which is our strength session on the Wednesday of obviously week 2. And then we're looking at session number 3, which is what we call our performance sessions at KettleFit. And that's going to be done on the Friday. And then again, your expectation is to do one cardio mobility session a week. And we're again positioning that on the Saturday. Week number 3, then we're looking at the same sort of format. So just to keeping it nice and simple for everyone as you're learning the basics, is to just keep that consistency. So going through and just keeping that same simple sort of a format, just so that you can actually achieve the results we're looking for through the basic principles. So again, session number 1, which is the circuit session. Again, as you're going along, you want to make sure you're getting some progression. So each week, sort of tracking what you did last week, just noticing, counting your reps, going through the sessions and trying to improve from week 1, obviously, to week 4. Session number 1, session number 2, which is our strength session on the Wednesday, and then session number 3, which is our performance session again on the Friday, and then also looking at our cardio and mobility session again on the Saturday. Then coming down to week number 4, keeping it simple again, working on your progressions, making sure you're looking at changing weights, possibly getting more reps as you're going through, just working that a little bit harder, just to get that improvement across from week 1 to week 4. So session number 1, which is our circuit session, session number 2, which is our strength session, and then we're looking at session number 2, and session number 3 being our performance session again. And then at the last one, looking at just to finishing off with another cardio and mobility session. So the expectation, like I've spoken about, is just going through our progressions. So making sure you're keeping track, just tracking your results, writing things down, writing down your numbers, writing down from set 1 to set 3, obviously going through the rounds, and just making sure you're ticking the boxes and working at some sort of a starting point so that you can see where you progressed over the 4 weeks. We've made this program nice and convenient. So convenient means that you can have success at any stage. We're looking at bringing KettleFit and making it a little bit simpler for people instead of having to come to the studios. Is actually getting so you can actually do this obviously online, at home, or in your own sort of environment, whether it be a gym you're already using, wherever you're at. We're trying to make it convenient for people so they can actually start learning just the basics of kettlebell training. We're looking at, from yourself, looking at making a really strong commitment, so a really strong commitment to the program and to yourself to make sure you're ticking the boxes and just going through, and also adding consistency. Consistency just means you keep rocking up with the right attitude, and also just consistently ticking the boxes. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, coming back through for the whole 28 days. Consistency is one of those simple things that people often overlook. If you just keep rocking up, keep consistently working towards your target, you're always going to get there. Also, just as a bit of a bonus, we're going to add what we recommend just for weight choices, just so you've got a bit of an idea if you haven't got kettlebells and you're looking at purchasing them. We're just looking at having a starting point. So with women, as a starting point for beginners, we would expect that you're looking at your double weight. So that's whatever you can do, your cleaning and pressing, whatever you can press above your head and squat with 2 kettlebells. You're looking at either 2 6-kilo kettlebells or 2 8 kilos. So that would bring you into the double. So you've got 2 kettlebells, either 2 6s or 2 8s. And we're looking at a halfway point. So you're looking at then going up to, say, a 12-kilo kettlebell. That could be things like for your high pulls and low pulls, possibly progression for the single-sided, and then also going up to the 16s, which is double one of these weights here, which is a 2 8s. So 16s, which would be the expectation you grow to your swings as you move along the program. For men, for a starting point, we're looking at 2 10s to 2 12 kilos, that being a double weight again for the presses, for the squats and all those sort of exercises. So whatever you do for those ones, looking at purchasing a 2 10 to 2 12 kilo kettlebells. And again, looking at that midway point, you're looking at, say, 16 kilo, low pulls, high pulls, possibly getting a single side kettlebell up to that sort of weight range. And then your swings and that up to, say, a 20 kilo kettlebell. Then, so the way we break this down, just in case you're not a beginner and you're looking at finding some weight choices that we sort of use at KettleFit, how we sort of try and get that balance across the exercises. Say if you used 216 for your double weight, so what we expect just for a balance and consistency through would be then going to a 32 kilo kettlebell for your swings and your high pulls and low pulls, and then finding a midway point for the midway exercises, which could be a single-sided Turkish get-ups, clean presses, all those sort of single-sided ones. So your double weight would be, say, 216s here, and then as an example, the mid-weight would be a 20 kilo or a 24 kilo kettlebell, and then also going up to double the weight being a 32 kilo kettlebell. Obviously just using that bit of a framework. As you get stronger, you might get up to a 2 20 kilo kettlebells here, then you're looking at a 40 kilo kettlebell here, and some are up to in 28 to a 32 in that midway point. Just means that you're sort of progressing safely and trying to keep that balance and consistency. We've actually designed a lot of our programs, so you only need to use between 3 to 5 kettlebells and you can get a really good workout in every session. So this is what we're looking at, teaching you on how to use our program and just following the basic steps to get you started. So good luck, and I hope you enjoy our KettleFit Fundamentals program.